another way. And that's where we're supposed to understand where this stuff is supposed to go. Okay. All right. Where are we now? We are on Ishaak and Narhajuri. And he said, Ad-dunya bahr. This world is an ocean. Wal-akhiratu sahil. The coast at the end, at the edge, that's the akhirah. And the boat is the taqwa. And the people are your travel companions. Choose your travel companions properly. If you're going to be thrown into an ocean, and in that ocean, you're going to be fighting for your life, you got to pick very wisely which ship you want to ride. Do you want to ride the ship of, the disciplined, boat people, sailors, the disciplined sailors, or do you want to be with the people who are on a party boat, right? Okay. Or the people who are on the Titanic. He said, رأيت رجلا في الطواف بعين واحدة يقول أعوذ بك منك. I saw a man with one eye making tawaf, saying, Oh Allah, I seek refuge with you, from you. Okay. He says, how do you say such a thing? He said, one day I saw a person and I said, how amazing is this person? And as soon as I looked at that, I saw something hit me on the eye and I became blind. So I attributed that to making ta'zeem, aggrandizing a creation. That's a very high maqam. Okay, it's a very high maqam. He says, أفضل الأحوال ما قارن العلم. The best of states is that which matches with knowledge. Now listen to this, okay? How do I interpret the sayings of the Arifina Billah that seem to maybe contradict knowledge or contradict something, or I don't know where to fit it? It's that person's state. Because is it sinful for a person, when you look at someone and say, oh, that guy's amazing, is that necessarily sinful? Have you dropped? For you, maybe not, right? We're not saying it's sinful. For you, maybe not. For that person, okay, maybe they had undergone some serious training with themselves never to look at the creation like that. For them, it was a drop. Maybe for them, that's what they needed to rectify their state, right? So that's how we understand the sayings of the awliya. One of the sayings, famous sayings, is علمك بحالي يغنيك عن سؤالي. Your knowledge of my state, okay, makes me not need to ask you. But what he's saying, he is saying a fact there. It's from the Ba'alawis. And many people say, see, the Ba'alawis, this is false Sufism. No, because look at the next line. فَدُعَائِي وَابْتِهَارِ شَاهِدٌ لِي بِافْتِقَارِ. So my dua and my desperation calls upon you. Testify to my need of you, right? So he's not saying he's not making dua. He's not saying there is no need for dua. There is a need for him to make dua. There's no need for Allah to know what you need. That's what he's saying. He said, Allah knows already what you need. You know my state and my needs. You know already my states and my needs. So our dua is not educating Allah about what we need. That's what he's removing there. So it's a completely sound statement. Because the next line is, my dua and my desperate calls testify to my neediness. Okay? So, and if you ask the Ahl Tasawwuf, why do you make dua? A, Allah knows. B, you're a zahid in the dunya. They say simply, Allah commanded us to ask for things. And we ask for what's in the Quran. Whatever Allah told us to dua in the Quran, we say it exactly. So the zahid, the ascetic, he doesn't want to ask anything for himself. He's not asking for material things for himself. They reached that. We didn't reach that level. They reached that level. That's fine for them, right? And they're content with whatever Allah brings of the material things of this life, the pleasures of this life. So what is their dua? Their dua is what Allah gave in the Quran, right? Whatever dua is in the Quran, that they make that dua with desperation. You know Allah knows and Allah is going to give, yes, but we're commanded to have desperation in our call to show that we are the slaves. We don't have and Allah has. That's the where you start having knowledge of now. And that dua will never end. Whereas the dua for protection or for blessings will end usually upon the obtaining that blessing. I'll ask Allah for money to pay a debt. Well, as soon as you get the money, now you don't have any incentive to make dua anymore, right? You no longer have that incentive. So that's why the best dua is that which is motivated by poverty. In general, I am impoverished, not poverty of money. Again, you get poverty of money as soon as you gain wealth, you lose the motivation to do dua, right? So it's as a display of my poverty in front of Allah, general need, and fulfilling the command. Next, what he said. Ahmed and